All right, folks, welcome to another edition of Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network broadcast of the Clearwater Clash. This is the second semifinal game. The Diamond Elite have already punched through, taken into the championship. This game features KC Roos American versus Tampa Bay Freedom, and that'll be coming up here very shortly. KC Roos will be the home team. Tampa Bay Freedom will be visitors. Just to let you know, in between innings, I'll be muting so that way we don't get copyright infringement for songs. And so with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. But before we do, I just want to thank Tampa Bay USSSA, visit stpclearwater.com, and of course Tim Labus, director of the tournament, for putting this on for these kids and seeing some great baseball action. As a matter of fact, I got some great stories this weekend of how well things have gone. So anyway, thank you all for joining. I'm going to step away for just a moment while they warm up, and we'll be back very shortly. All right, folks, so here we go. Getting underway here. So Tampa Bay Freedom, as I said, is a visiting team. Leading off for Tampa Bay Freedom is going to be Griffin. He'll be followed by Arian and Roman. And on the mound for KC Roos, I'll tell you that in just a second. There's a line shot back at the middle. That's gone through for a base hit in the center field. And Griffin's on with a leadoff single. So one pitch, and they got a runner. Pitching for KC Roos is Luke, and behind the plate is MJ. Arian steps in the batter's box. On deck is going to be Roman. Throw over, and Griffin is back. All right. This ball outside to throw down, and Griffin makes it safely into second base. So 1 ball, no strikes to Arian. Roman's on deck. Just got started in the top of the first of the semifinal, second semifinal. The winner of this plays Diamond Elite in the championship. So the indicator above the initials is who's at bat. course, it's the top of the first. And visitors are Tampa Bay Freedom. There's a pitch. There's a ball high. And it is a 3-0 count. I missed a ball in there. So it's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes to Arian. Griffin's on second base after a leadoff single. Roman's on deck. And the pitch. Ball outside. And 2 runners are on. So Roman steps in with 2 runners on here in the top of the first inning. Josniel is on deck. And here's the first pitch from Luke. Foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Griffin at second, Arian at first. And here's the 0-2 coming into Roman. This ball just outside, and that's going to be 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball, and we'll do 1-2 again. So Roman hangs in there. And here's the 1-2. Call strike 3, and that is 1 out. So it brings in Josniel. Gio comes out on deck. Thanks for joining the broadcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. Helps our channel grow and helps us to enhance the experience for you, the fans, and the players. And here's the first pitch to Josniel. Ball outside. There goes Griffin. And he is safe into third. So 1 ball, no strikes to Josniel. Griffin steals third. And Arian steals second. And here's the 1-0. Fly ball into right field. Right fielder's on it. Makes the catch. And here comes the throw home. Griffin holds. Nice throw from right field. On target. And that prevents a run from coming in. Brings in Gio. Rocco comes out on deck. So Gio's going to be your catcher for Tampa Bay Freedom. And Rocco's the pitcher. So following Rocco's going to be Chase, Angel, Levi, and Juan. Gio's at the plate. Rocco's on deck. And the pitch. Ball high. So when I have to go mute in between the innings so we don't have copyright infringement, at least minimize it as much as possible. So you will hear silence, but I will be back after the warm-ups are finished. This ball outside. Nice stop there by MJ behind the plate. So 2-0 count to Gio. 2 down. And the pitch. Ground ball foul. And it's 2-1. So I have 2-2, but I might be... Okay, it is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two outs, 2 on. Top of the first, just got underway in semifinal game 2. That's ball 3, and we got a full count now. Now Luke does have a place to put Gio, but that would lower the bases for Rocco. And 3-2. Ball 4, and that loads him up. So bases loaded. That brings Rocco to the plate. Chase is on deck. So here we go. So they're bringing out Josniel, who's the last batted out, to run for Gio.
Everybody get ready.
So 1-0 count to Rocco. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. It's a fly ball in the right center field. Right fielder's on it. Makes the catch. And that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. And at the end of a half inning, it's Tampa Bay Freedom 0. Casey Roos coming to bat. Coming up is going to be Matt, followed by Grant, and then Luke. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Warm-ups are just finishing up. Again, it's going to be Matt, Grant, and Luke. In the booth here with me, I have Jake from Diamond Elite, who hit the home run in that last game. And so, Jake, how did it feel to hit that? Come closer. How did it feel to hit that home run?
It felt pretty awesome because it was my first one, and I just felt the barrel, and it was pretty good.
You knew it was a no-doubter as soon as you hit it, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I also heard that your grandparents are in Illinois, and they actually got to see that happen.
Yeah. They've been watching a lot of Game Changer.
There's a line shot in the left field. That gets down for a base hit. And Matt starts things off. 1 pitch and a single to get things going here in the top of the first inning. Got Grant coming up and Luke on deck. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, my friend.
My grandparents have been watching a lot of Game Changer and just have been waiting. And so it's pretty cool for them to watch, for me to hit my first home run.
I'll say, and then put it in the trees out there. That's even more impressive, right?
Yeah.
So that's awesome, my friend. And I don't think there's any pitch yet to Grant yet. But so you, what do you think about the championship?
Um, both of these teams are pretty tough, but if our defense and offense are just good next game, we'll lock it down and get it good.
That's a ball high. That throw down, and Matt's safe into second base. Well, Jake, again, congratulations. I know your parents and your grandparents have got to be thrilled, and also congrats for getting in the championship. And we'll be watching very closely in the championship, my friend. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Jake. All right, that was Jake from Diamond Elites. Hit his first home run. There's ball 2 to Grant. Hit his first home run. Actually, into the trees in left center. You can see it on the camera. In the game against Tampa Extreme. His grandparents from Illinois were tuning in to the broadcast here, and just so glad we could be there to help bring that moment to them. It's called strike on the outside corner. I believe it's 2-1 now. But so glad we could be there to help be a part of that moment for that family and Jake. So good luck to Jake and the Diamond Elite in the championship. So 2-1 here. Matt's on second base after stealing seconds. 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Grant. Luke's on deck. And 3-1. Ball high, and 2 runners are on now. All right, so sorry about that, folks. You'll see the indicator come over on the Roos side in a second. And the outs go to 0 on the Tampa Bay Freedom side here in just a second on the scoreboard. Sorry about that. Called strike on the inside corner to Luke, and it's 0-1. Gavin comes out on deck. So following Gavin will be Reed, Anthony, Ty, MJ, Cruz, and Colton. MJ's your catcher. Luke's your pitcher, who's up now. And again, Gavin is on deck. Here's the 0-1. Line shot in right field. That's going to get down for a hit. And that's going to score at least 1. Here comes the throw into second. And it does. And the Roos are on the board, 1-0. So it's a RBI double for Luke. Pushes Grant over to third base. Brings in Gavin. All right, so Luke is going to have a pinch runner. That's number 27. That is Cruz. Looks like Kenny Cruz going in and running Cruz, Kenny. I had it backwards. So Cruz, anyway, is going in to run for Luke. And the pitch. Ball low. And it's 1-0 count. So on the mound again for Tampa Bay Freedom is Rocco. Behind the plate is Gio. So 1 ball, no strikes on Gavin. Then the pitch. Ball 2, that gets away. Here comes the runner home. And Grant is in. And it is a 2-0 lead for Casey Roos. That moves Cruz over to third base. So quick timeout to go out and talk to Rocco. It's a 2-0 count on Gavin. 2 runs across so far for KC. Nobody out. And here's the 2-0, ball 3. And here comes Cruz, and he's in. And that's 3 runs for KC. 3-0 count now to Gavin. So thank you for joining the broadcast today. Glad to have you aboard. And Tampa Bay USA Sports Network. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. If you're on Facebook, please follow, like, and share. That helps our channel grow and help it enhance the experience for you and the players. That's ball 4, and Gavin's on. So that brings in Reed. Anthony comes out on deck. 3 runs in for KC. So Rocco checks Gavin at first to make sure he's staying close to first base. Gavin gets his lead. Rocco gets a sign, comes set, and delivers. Ball low. Nice stop. There's a throw down to first. And it's ball 1 to Reed. Gavin just gets back under the tag at first base. Call strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's a fly ball in the center field. That's getting down for a hit, but here's the throw to second. And they get him. Nice play by the center fielder. So 1 down. So Anthony steps in. Reed on first after the single. Unfortunately, Gavin got forced out at second. There's a throw down. So that's ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Called strike, throw down the second base as Reed goes to second. He steals it cleanly, and it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 3-0 lead for KC Roos. So Rocco looks in, gets a sign. Comes set and delivers. Line shot in the left field. That's going to get down for a hit. That's going to score another run. And Anthony is on with an RBI single. Still 1 out. The ball low to Ty. So Ty steps in. MJ on deck. Anthony at first. 4 runs across this inning for KC. There goes Anthony, and he is in there. I think it's 2-0. I'll double check here in a second. We'll get clarification. We'll watch and see what the umpire does. Nonetheless, Anthony at second. 1 out. It's ball low. It might be 2-1 because he didn't go 3-0 there. So we're going to go with 2-1. And the pitch. Bounce ball in the dirt. That gets away and allows Anthony to go to third. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike. So we'll call that a wild pitch. So 3-1 count now to Ty. And the pitch. Called strike, and now the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Ground ball foul. And we'll do 3-2 again. Rocco delivers the payoff pitch. Line shot into left center field. That's going to get down for a hit and score another run. And KC leads it 5-0. All right, so we're going to see a pitching change. Rocco comes out, and looks like number 2. And that is Griffin. So Griffin comes in to take over pitching duties. And with that said, we're going to take a quick break. This is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. Just so you know, we go mute just so we don't get copyright infringement on songs playing with the teams. So, again, this is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. As action continues, MJ steps into the batter's box with Cruz on deck. Griffin's on the mound. Gio still behind the plate. And the pitch. Ball high, and it's 1-0 to MJ. So Ty's down at first base with that RBI single. And foul ball out of play. And it makes it a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball high. And now it's 2-2. So Ty remains at first base. Roos still only have 1 out. 5 runs across here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings in Cruz. On deck will be Colton. Ty remains at first base. And the pitch. Foul ball right back at us here. See if we can adjust the camera a little bit in between the innings here. So 0-1 count to Cruz. Ball in the dirt, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, looks all right, I guess. I'm talking to myself. Sorry, I'm also watching the video portion so I can make sure the camera shot's good. And I believe it's 2-1. So Griffin gets a sign, comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, and it is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, thanks for joining everybody. The broadcast. Please subscribe and share and like. That helps our channel grow and our footprint grow. There goes Ty. Here's the throw down. And he's in there. That's ball 3 to Cruz. So Ty's at second. Full count to Cruz. So balk called, and that moves Ty over to third base. And 3-2. And Cruz is on with a 2-out walk. That brings in Colton, and then that takes us back to the top of the order with Matt coming out on deck. So that hits Colton. That moves Ty to third, Cruz to second. And so bases are now loaded for Matt, who led off with a single and scored in the top of this inning. So the first inning continues. There's a ground ball to second base. I'm sorry, the shortstop. My apologies. Shortstop, the ground ball. Shortstop couldn't come up with it, and another run scores. That's Ty, and it's 6-0. That moves Cruz to third. So we're going to charge an error to the shortstop on that one. And Matt is at first. That brings in Grant, who walked his last time up and scored. Bases remain loaded. picking up here a little bit, and it's a nice breeze, so it helps keep things cool a little bit. It's not as bad today as it was yesterday. It's called strike. I mean, it's still hot, don't get me wrong, but it's nice. So Grant has an 0-1 count now, 2 outs. We're here at Fossil Park, Field 1. Foul ball, and it's 0-2 now. That hits him, and another run's in. So that moves Colt to third, Matt to second, and Grant to first. That brings in Luke. So Luke doubled and scored, drove in a run his first time up. It's a 7-0 lead right now for the Roos here in the bottom of the first. There's 2 outs. And the pitch. It's a ball up, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Luke. Griffin looks in, gets a sign from Gio. Comes set and delivers. Ball in the dirt. Gio throws down third base to check Colton, and he's back in time. And it's a 2-0 count to Luke. So 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. It's ball inside. And it's 3-0. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 7-run lead for the Roos here in the bottom of the first. And here comes the 3-1. That's ball 4, and another run is scored. That moves Matt to third, Grant to second. Luke is on first. Coach is coming out to talk to Griffin. Let's see if they may. There's another pitching change. All right, let's see. It's 27 going in. That's going to be Juan going into pitch now for the Tampa Bay Freedom. All right, so while Juan's warming up, let's take a quick break. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay U-USA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we're back to live action. Here's Juan Line side in the center field. That gets down for a hit. That gets away from the center fielder. That's going to score 2 more. And they get him at second base, trying to stretch it into a double. But the damage is done. All right, so KC got 10 runs on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 1 error committed and 2 left on. And at the end of 1 inning, it's Roos 10, Freedom 0. Coming up in the the top of the second, it's going to be Chase, Angel, and Levi. This is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Chase steps in. Here in the top of the second. There's 1 ball. Luke's still on the mound. MJ behind the plate. It's a 1-0 count. Called strike, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's ball 2. So 2-1. There's a nice snag by the third baseman. That was Ty down there. Wow, that was a shot by Chase. That's 1 out. So 1 down. It's ball 1. Angel steps in. Levi's on deck. 1 down here in the top of the second. And that makes it 2-0. So 3 balls, no strikes to Angel. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. And a 3-1. Line shot into right field. That's getting down for a hit, but here comes the Roos. Oh, nice try by the right fielder. He just threw out of the reach of the first baseman. That allows Angel to go to second base. So we'll give him a single and then an error on the right fielder for him to go to second. That brings in Levi. Juan's on deck. Juan is the current pitcher for Tampa Bay Freedom. So Tampa Bay Freedom has something going here in the top half of the second inning. That's Angel down at second base. And the pitch. Ball high. And that's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. That's a wild pitch. That allows Angel to move over to third. And that's ball 2 to Levi. So 2 balls, no strikes. Sun is starting to peek over at us here in the booth. But still nice out here today. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The winner of this game will play Diamond Elite in the 10U Clearwater Class Championship. Coming up approximately 4:30. It could be sooner, it could be later. Just depends on how this game goes. And the pitch. Ball off the plate, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. On Levi. Again, Juan's on deck. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and that is ball 4. So runners now on first and third. That brings in Juan. Griffin coming out on deck. Griffin singled his first time up. So here we're getting close to a run here for Tampa Bay Freedom. And here's the pitch. There goes Levi. He's into second base. Called strike on Juan. So runners at second and third. 1 out. 1 strike on Juan. And the pitch. Foul ball. And now it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Angel at third, Levi at second. Call strike 3 on the outside corner, and that is 2 down. So that brings in Griffin. Arian comes out on deck. It's a ball low to Griffin, and it's a 1-0 count. 2 down. Runners on second and third. That's Levi at second, Angel at third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a line side in the center field. Almost a catch. That's going to score 2 runs. And Tampa Bay Freedom's on the board. Nice try out there by the center fielder. We're going to give a single to Griffin. Aaron comes out. Aaron is at the plate now. Rowan's on deck. 2 down. 2 runs in. It's a throw over by Luke, and Griffin's back. Aaron awaits his first pitch. Called strike, and nice throw down by MJ to get Griffin at second base. And that is 3 outs. So, Tampa Bay Freedom gets 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and 1 left on base, and at the end of 1.5, it's Tampa Bay Freedom 2, KC Roos 10. Coming up in the bottom of the second is going to be Reed, Anthony, and Ty. This is Doc of the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Like I said, the reason why we go silent in between innings is because of potential copyright infringement on songs played by both benches, fans on both sides. But here we go. Ground ball in the hole there. That gets through to left field and Reed's on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second inning. So Anthony steps in. So Reed's 1 for 1, well, 2 for 2 now. He scored his first time up. Anthony singled and scored and drove an RBI his first time up. And Juan gets his sign, comes sets, and delivers. Reed gets back to first base. I think that was a ball. Strike? Okay, thank you. I saw his hand, but I didn't hear him, so I wasn't sure. All right, 0-1 count to Anthony. Throw over to first, and that gets away from the first baseman. That will allow Reed to go to second. So we'll charge an error there to the pitcher on that one. Still an 0-1 count, though, to Anthony. Reed's down at second base. And the pitch. Pop fly foul just right behind us here. Wow. Almost got a fan. Now it's going to be 1-1. Or I'm sorry, 0-2. 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. It's a fly ball to shortstop. Snags it. Double play. And that is 2 down. So Anthony pops out to shortstop. And they double off Reed at second. So 2 outs. Ty steps in. And the pitch. Called strike. I think it is a 1-1 count, but we'll double check here in a second. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 2 outs. MJ's on deck. And the 1-2 delivery by Juan. Ball outside. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of second. And the pitch. Fly ball in the right field. That is foul. And we'll do 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball 3. So Ty's worked it back to a full count. So Juan looks in, gets a sign from Gio, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. Ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly over to first. And that is 3 down. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 2, it's 10-2 Roos. Coming up in the top half of the 3rd inning is going to be Arian, Roman, and Josniel. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back.
All right, let's go, Roos. 3 up, 3 down now.
top of the third for Tampa Bay Freedom. Arian steps in. Roman's on deck. Aaron walked his first time up. Call strike on the inside corner, and this top of the third is underway. 0-1 count. Call strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Arian. And here comes the 0-2. Ball a little bit inside there. It's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss. And that is 1 out. That brings in Roman with Josniel coming out on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes.
Roman, get closer to home. Closer.
Ball high. And it's 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Roman. Again, Josniel is on deck. And the pitch. Ball up and outside, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Get closer to home, Roman.
Foul ball, and we'll do 2-2 again.
Good job, Luke.
And here's the 2-2 from Luke to Roman. Ball 3. So full count now. So 3-2 count to Roman. Ball 4, and Roman's on with a 1-out walk. That brings in Josniel, and Gio comes out on deck. And it's ball outside. So 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Josniel. Gio's on deck. Roman's at first. 1 down. We're in the top of the third. Tampa Bay Freedom's trying to close that gap. There's a drive in the center field. That's going over the center fielder's head. And Roman is safe at third, while Josniel goes to second base. So 1-out single, and we'll give second base on the throw to Josniel. So 2 runners on, 1 out. Gio comes up. Rocco's on deck. So runners at second and third. And the pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle. That gets through for a base hit in the center field. That's going to score 1 run. And Tampa Bay Freedom have cut the lead to 7. That moves Josiel to third. Gio is on first with an RBI single.
Why do you stick so many of them in your mouth at the same time? No, es que se la metes. You don't do that. Dale. One at a time.
And there goes Gio. That ball goes into center field, and that's going to score Josiel while Gio goes to third and holds at third base. So now it's 10-4.
Settle down now. Let's settle down. Come on, Rocco. Bring him in. Settle down now.
So 2 runs in so far for Tampa Bay Freedom. Rocco's at the plate. Gio's at third. There's a line shot into left field. Nice call. Oh, nice job by the left fielder to stop it. So an RBI single now for Rocco. And it's now 10-5. So Roos coach calls timeout to go out and talk to Luke. And we'll see what's going to happen here. It's like a pitching change. Let's see. It is... Let's see who's on the mound. We'll find out in a second. MJ is behind the plate. 27. That's going to be... Cruz is now pitching for the Roos. So Rocco's on first.
Nothing happened, but look where he's at. Get down. Look where he's at. Nothing happened, but something can happen. What happened? They could fall. Gunner needs to get down there.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go, Jay.
Look at the picture, Chase.
All right, so far this inning, Freedom only have 1 out. They've scored 3. You're going to have Rocco at first base. So far, Roman, Josiel, and Gio have all scored. There's been back-to-back hits. That's been the result of that. And, of course, a pass ball as well out in the outfield. So that will bring in Chase with Angel on deck once the warm-ups are finished here in the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 10-5 ball game. So Chase is 0 for 1. He had that line shot screamer down third base. And I believe that's 1-0 count to Chase. So 1 ball, no strikes. And throw over by Rocco. And is back safely. So it's a 1-0 count to Chase, I believe. And the pitch, ball low. And I believe that's 2-0. So Rocco remains at first. Called strike. And it's 2-1. Ball low, and it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's the 3-1.
All
Ball 4. And Chase is on first. That moves Rocco over to second base. Still only 1 out. That brings in Angel. Angel singled and scored his first time up back in the second inning. On deck is Levi. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And here's the 0-1. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Ball high. 2-1. Called strike, and now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 to Angel. Levi's on deck. Ball 3. Full count. Rocco at second, Chase at first. Angel at the plate with a 3-2 count and Levi on deck. Here's the 3-2. Foul ball. And we'll do 3-2 again. And here's the, nope. So Cruz checks the runner at second. And 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. 0 to first. And that is 2 down. That does move Rocco over to third. Chase to second. That brings in Levi. Juan comes out on deck. Juan's the current pitcher for Tampa Freedom. Tampa Bay Freedom. Call strike on Levi, and it's 0-1. So Cruz is cruising along here in the top of the third. And here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Ball 1. So 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Rocco at third, Chase at second. And here's the 1-2 delivery. Call strike 3. And that is 3 outs. However, Tampa Bay Freedom get 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. And at the end of 2.5, it's Tampa Bay Freedom 5, Roos 10. Coming up is MJ, Cruz, and Colton for the Roos. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. MJ steps in, bottom of 3. And the pitch. Ball a little bit up. Yeah, it's 1-0. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of 3 here. Roos lead at 10-5. And the pitch. Ball outside. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. All right, here we go. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Center fielder. Oh, that drops in for a hit. And MJ's on with a single. See if they have a pinch runner. Nope, they're leaving him at first. That brings in Cruz. No outs, MJ at first. And the pitch. There's a line drive to second. And they get one, but not the other. And so they do get MJ at second base. That's 1 down. Cruz hits in the fielder's choice, but he gets on. So he's at first base. So Colton steps in. So I got Juan's mom near me here in the booth. Does Juan like pitching? Yeah. How long has he been pitching?
He's only been pitching for about a season.
It looks like he's doing pretty good. Nice play there by Juan, as a matter of fact. And that moves Cruz to second. 2 down. That brings Matt to the plate with Grant coming out on deck. Cruz at second base. So we're going to have Colton run for Cruz, because Cruz is the pitcher right now. Called strike. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Again, Grant's on deck. Colton's at second, pinch running for Cruz. And the pitch. Ball low. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the 2-1. Called strike, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. There goes Colton to third. Caught Juan off guard, and so Colton gets a stolen base there. It's 2 outs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's 3 outs. So no runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And at the end of 3, it's 10-5. Roos in the favor of the Roos. Coming up in for the Tampa Freedom in the bottom, the top of the 4th is Juan, Griffin, and Arian. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay Utah Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back. Juan's at the plate. Griffin is on deck, and Arian will be the third batter. So Juan steps in. Cruz is on the mound. MJ's behind the plate. There's a bunt. Foul. And it's 0-1. So no balls, one strike. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Juan. Just getting underway here in the top of the fourth. And ball high. Gets away from MJ. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And Cruz steps off the back of the mound to get reset. And here's the 2-1. Fly ball, second base calls it, and that is 1 down. So 1 out. That brings in Griffin. Arian comes out on deck. And the pitch. Ball in the inside corner. I'm going to say ball in the inside, not the inside corner. It's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. Foul ball right back at us here. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball up, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. And here's the 2-2. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Griffin. Arian's on deck. And the pitch. Ground ball to first, fielded cleanly by Luke, and that is 2 down. So 2 outs. That brings in Arian. Roman comes out on deck. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's 0-1. So Cruz has gotten 2 quick outs here in the fourth and is ahead in the count already with Arian 0-1. There's a line shot in center field. That's going over the center fielder's head. And here's the throw. And they get him at second base. So a single by Arian, but thrown out at second by the center fielder. And that's 3 down. So no runs, 1 hit. No errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 3.5, it's still 5-10. Coming up in the bottom of the fourth is going to be the top of the order. I'm sorry, not top of the order. It's going to be Grant, Luke, and Gavin. This is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, so here we go. Bottom of 4. Brings Grant to the plate. So Juan has pretty much shut down the Roos the past 2 innings. Not giving up any runs. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly over to first. And that is 1 out. So 1 down. So Luke steps in. Gavin's on deck. So in the first inning, the Roos put up 10. Then Juan comes in and shuts things down. And no score. There's a base hit in the left field for Luke. And Luke's 2 for 2 today with 1 walk. So 1 out single by Luke. And the pitch. Ball low. And it's a 1-0 count to Gavin. Luke remains at first base. 1 out. Bottom of 4. Ball outside, and Luke easily takes second base, and it's a 2-0 count. All right, 2-0 count to Gavin. Reed's on deck. Ball high. And it's a 3-0 count. So 3 balls, no strikes. Luke's at second with 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And a 3-1. Fly ball in the right center field. And center fielder tries to make the catch. Couldn't quite get there. And that's back-to-back singles for the Roos. So that puts Luke on third. Gavin on first. Reed comes in. Reed is 2 for 2, scoring a run. And Anthony is on deck. There goes Gavin, and called strike on Reed. So runs at second and third, 1 out. 0-1 count on Reed. And the pitch. And now it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Line side into left field. That's going to get down. That's going to score another run. Chase gets it back in quickly, and holds Reed to a single. That puts Gavin on third. Brings in Anthony. He's 1 for 2. Ty's on deck. He's 1 for 2. And with the lead over there at first, I would imagine Reed will be still in second base. And there he goes. Call strike. And runs at second and third. So an 0-1 count on Anthony. There's a fly ball in the left field. Chase is on it. Makes the catch. Wow, what a catch by Chase. But Gavin tags up and scores. Reed holds it second. 2 down. Ty steps in. MJ comes out on deck. MJ's 1 for 2 as well. Reed gets a lead down at second. Called strike on Ty. So I believe if the Roos score Reed, that is the ball game. Because it is the bottom of the 4th, and that would be an 8-run lead. So 2 down. 0-1 count on Ty. Juan gets a sign. He comes set and delivers. Ball off the plate. There goes Reed to third. And he's in there. So 1-1 count to Ty. Reed's at third. And the 1-1. Called strike, and now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 2 runs across. Winning runs at third. And it's a 1-2. Ball just off the plate. Now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Juan looks in, gets a sign from Gio. He comes set and delivers the payoff pitch. Ground ball to second. Over to first. And that's 3 outs. And we move on to the top of the 5th. Roos pick up 2 on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on. And at the end of 4, it's 12-5. Coming up is Roman, Josniel, and Gio. This is Doc, the Tampa USA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Ball 1 to Roman. Josniel's on deck. We're in the top of the 5th here. Tampa Freedoms trails by 7. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Let's go, Romy.
It's a foul ball, and we'll do 1-2 again. There's a ball, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Roman. And now it's 3-2. So Roman's worked it back to a full count. And it's ball 4. And Roman's on. Called strike, and it's an 0-1 count. So Roman's on first. Josniel steps in. He's got an 0-1 count. Gio's on deck. There's a ground ball to second. Second baseman has trouble with it. Throws over to first. And no, he's safe. So it starts an error to the second baseman. So 2 runners on. That brings in Gio. Ground ball up the middle, second base again, goes over to second. And Luke can't hang on to it, and bases are now loaded. So an error on the shortstop on that one. So 2 errors have loaded the bases for Rocco. Chase is on deck. Foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count to Rocco. So Roman's on third, Josniel's on second, Gio's on first.
Just meet the ball. Just meet the ball, Rocco. Come on.
And the 0-1 pitch. 0-2. So 2 strikes on Rocco. And the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. And we'll do 0-2 again. So no balls, 2 strikes.
Vamos, Rocco, just meet the ball.
And the pitch. Ball low.
Good eye.
Open, open. Let's go, Roos.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Roman at third, Joseph Neal at second, Gio at first. 2 errors have loaded the bases. And the pitch. Foul ball again. And we'll do 2-2 over again.
You could drive it, Rocco. Come on. Vamos, Rocco, drive it. Hit it hard. Bases loaded. Let's go, Frida.
And the pitch. Pop fly on the infield. Third base calls it, makes the catch, and that's 1 down. So bases remain loaded. That brings in Chase. Roman on third, Joseph on second, Gio on first. You'll see the 1 out update on the scoreboard momentarily. And we're going to have a pitching change. And that's going to be looks like Anthony is coming in to pitch for Cruz. And indeed it is. Nope, I'm sorry, it's not Anthony. Anthony's at third. Not sure who that is. Let me fix that here in a moment. It's actually Ty. So Ty's on the mound. So while he's warming up, we'll take a quick break. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. Sure. We're back. I think it's a 1-1 count now to Chase. 1 out, base is still loaded. Roman at third, Joseph at second, Gio at first. Ball on the inside. That's 3-0. Sorry, it was not 1-1. It was 3-0. No strikes so far. Ty has nowhere to put him. That's ball 4, and another run in for Tampa Freedom. So it's now 12-6. That moves Joseph Neal to third, Gio to second, and Chase on first. That brings in Angel. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. Ball outside, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball to short. Snag by Luke, goes over to third. Gets everybody's safe. He could not get him. And another run scores. It's 12-7. That moves Gio to third. Chase to second. And we'll get an infield single to Angel. Levi steps in. Juan's on deck. The lead is 5. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike to Levi. And the 0-1. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by MJ. That prevents a run from coming in. And it's 1-1 to Levi. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 1 out in this one. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Gio at third, Chase at second, Angel at first. Two 2-1 count on Levi. And now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Full count. Oh, swing and a miss. Wow, I missed the swing. And that is 2 down. So it brings in Juan with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. It's 12-5. And the pitch. Line shot into center field. Oh, what a catch by second base. Don't know who that was. We'll get a number here in a second. And was that Grant that made that catch? Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am. Who made that catch? Grant. Grant? All right. So Grant made the catch out there, and that's the ball game, folks.
Good job, boys. Well done.
So the Roos punch their ticket in the championship, and they win this one 12-7. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you join us for the championship coming up in a little bit. Again, final score here, Roos 12, Tampa Freedom 7.